YouTube, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Decades. We are back. It is October the 10th, and this would be episode 9. And I finally am able to record during the day. I have yet to be able to time the time of day during these episodes because it's so sporadic. So I just wanted to show you guys what I have set up. As I showed you before, these are the ore. They refine my ores, turn them into ingots. I think there was ingots. Let me see. What do they call these? Pure silicon. I guess they're not ingots. Okay, let me get rid of those. Those are pulled. So it refines, goes in here, from here, turns into different products here, gets thrown into these two containers here, pulled up to here. Well, actually, this container here goes to these two, gets pushed back to here. Those get pushed up to there and over here. Everything gets deposited into here, which then turns into, I have this one making medium containers, large containers. Okay, this is why I made this switch. I go into containers, and you go down here to basic. Oh, let me do container basic small. And go to all. Look at, there's a lot of people making a lot of these, and this price just keeps going down. See, it says right here, low is 32,000, the high is 1 million. This price just keeps going down, and more people are jumping in here because you're starting to see quantities of 15, 13. I saw one had 70. I'm like, oh man. So I made the decision to only do mediums and larges. So I tested the waters. Here's a medium. Now see this? Now you only have 2, 1, 2, right? And you see how much more money I can make off of these. And this prices came down because I've sold them for more than this, but this is acceptable. Now you go to larges, and well, this is a surprise. It wasn't this much before. It wasn't that many here, but I've sold mine for $299,998, and looks like someone from Haven has jumped on 990. But again, I won't compete with a different planet. I'm only competing with the Alioth. So I tested these waters, and as you can see, I'm back up to 1.5 million, and that's after buying 2 additional territories. I'll go over that in a second. So I decided I'm just going to do the mediums and the larges. It just I make a lot more money, and they sell a lot faster. The small containers, they were just kind of, it took like 2 days, and I still had like 10 of those left. So I ended up just lowering the price, and I finally sold those. Let me go to tab. Let me go over to my money, and I'll show you right here. Container large, 298. 298.99 container large. As you can see, I placed this one on the market. I flew back to the base. 10 minutes later, it sold. So I flew back to the market, put another one on, and it sold. So you can see, what's that? 12 minutes in between. So, and that's making one trip, coming back, and then making another trip because I couldn't put more than one large container on my person. So this is going to be the complete line for the medium and the small containers. I'm sorry, the medium and the large containers. I might put 2 more large assembly lines. Move these over. As a matter of fact, I'll do that now because these don't need to be here. Put those over there. Oops. Those over there somewhere. Get those out of the way. So I might put 2 more here so they can just make them, so that I can make them faster and get them out to the market. But this is going to be the line. So now I'm going to kind of center this. I'm going to bring it over some. And then I probably want to make the line, if I'm going to have 4 assemblers here, I want to have it going down a straight line here, and let's say the 4th assembler here, have a straight line going down, and make sure everything fits down the center between those two lines, which is even with the 4 assemblers. And then I'm going to put a floor going across. Maybe, I don't know, I was kind of going with the maybe doing an open concept. Yeah, maybe put a floor here, but yet not put a wall here. So in theory, you'll be walking through here and be able to see all the different floors, but have no ceiling. And so then you just hit, you know, build mode and just go up to the floor you want to go to right here in the middle, go into that floor and come out of build mode and you're on that floor, right? Instead of having to put elevators to go in between floors. I kind of like that open concept look. I'm thinking, and I'm still going to finish up this down here. I just haven't had the time, haven't had the time yet because I've been so busy trying to make enough money to make sure that I can pay for all the tiles that I have now. Also, I wanted to show you guys, money territories. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. These here were now going on set every 7 days. So that's good news. These 2 here I just activated and I just purchased these. And what I've noticed is that you purchase them for 500,000. 3 days later, you have to pay another 500,000, and then it switches over to every 7 days. So that's just a heads up there. I think I'm going to deck territory 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I need to rename these. I want them to all match. So now I'm going to show you what I ran into. Issue that I had. And we need to go put up another miner. Do I have my miner on me? Make sure I do. Yep, right there. All right, perfect. I do have the miner on me. So let's take... This thing's a pain in the butt to get in. All right, change this over to cruise control. That's how I like to roll. And I'll show you the 2 new territories that I just purchased. Let's turn this on. And I got gypped out of 2 mining charges, and I'll show you why. So here are the two new ones. And I'm slowly but surely building up my miners over here. Okay. And remember I said I didn't want to have to build underwater, right? Remember that? Yeah. So I jump out here and yeah, that always falls down for whatever reason. So I put this one up here. I had no issues, right? I hit, build mode, see how far down this goes. You see it does not touch the ground, right? Does not touch the ground. But yet when I put those miners in and I activated them, the little surge, the little surplus of ore that hits the ground and that you can collect. Yeah, that worked perfectly fine over here, right? There was an update. So I installed this one. But I built it just like that. It was pretty much the same exact, and it just came over here. And I activated the miners, and I got 100% on both, and there was no ore down here. Nothing. So I said, okay, maybe after the update, the core field has to be touching the ground. I was just trying to come up with something. So I tore down the platform I built up there. Those 2 charges were gone. I did not have any ore. I put the two miners down here where it's actually going to touch the surface of the planet, and within the core field. Got another 100% on both. Said I had like 4,000 liters of ore. Came down, nothing. No ore whatsoever. So That was that was 4 charges that I used and received no surplus of ore. So I don't really know what's going on there. But this is where these 2 are now. My 2 new ones. I'll show you on the map. So ideally I would have loved to have grabbed this one, but this right here says it's owned by I don't know what that is. Each one of these are different, except for when you get to, yeah, all these are different, but these down here, I think, no, although those are different. I mean, those are different, but there was some that were the same. Yeah, right there. These are, all these are the same. Oh, so just these 3. Oh no. Alright. Okay, so this person here has this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. But before they could buy this one, someone else came and bought it. But now it's inactive. So, anyway, here are mine. And because, again, the challenge of that water where you have to build, man, you have to go into, I don't know if I'm going to do these. I think I might go back this way. Maybe get this one, this one, this one, and this one, because I need as much ore as possible. That's what I'm running into, is the lack of ore right now. It's taking a while. So what I'm going to do is come over here, and I'm going to go into build mode. I'm going to put down a new miner. This is the one we just made. Put it right here. I'm going to show you guys and see if my surplus of ore happens. Now, when I first put this one down, this one worked flawlessly. As far as with those 2, I got 100%, and the ore popped up. It was just that one over there where I got robbed on the ore. This one here to there. Okay, come out of build mode, and we're going to do bauxite. Okay, let's do a calibrate. Let's see if we can get 100% again. I've been on kind of a roll, but sometimes I do have some mishaps no matter how I do this. And there's really no way to avoid it, because it'll be something like that. It'll point me in the right direction. Like this looks like this is going to be another one. So I do like this to see if it's anywhere in here. Ooh, this isn't good. And then it could be anywhere. Yeah, let me try up here. This is my last one. Okay. I'll just go right there. See, it's all the way over here. And no, I guess I could have gone. I didn't pick up on this. Not when I looked at this here. It looked like it would have been more this way because of these clouds here. That's why I didn't go this way. Anyway, so it says I'm going to get 2,000 liters. So I'm going to hit close. I'm going to hit start. Okay, now let's see if it's down there. Oh, it is. That's interesting. So I wonder is there something going on this tile that I didn't get in my ores. Okay, let's collect these real quick. I'm not going to worry about recharging it. Because I could pick that miner up and place it back down and use another charge, but I don't want to do that because I'll just come back tomorrow within 24 hours and recalibrate it and get it. Most likely I'll get 100%, and then it'll get better efficiency the second time. So I did learn that. Alright. So yeah, this always happens. This falls down no matter how I landed on that plastic surface up there, but okay, do this and oh. Okay, so now we have 2 large miners here. We have 1 there, and we still need 1, 2, 3 more. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Let me get out. Let me go back over here and get the ores that while I'm here. What the? Get out of here, bro. Alright, let's do this. There. Alright. Let's grab this ore while we're here. This is exactly why I wanted them to be close, so we could just do just like that. Just jump from one to the other and be done. And from here, I'll just go over and collect my other. Come on, man. What's wrong with this? Go. Yeah, some interesting little technical issues that I'm seeing right now that I've never seen, like in the beta. For instance, what I was just doing, I'll take it up to 100%, and then all of a sudden it just kind of dies. The throttle goes back. I don't know why that is. So let's go down here. Let's go down to 130. Yeah, there we go. Jump out. I collect this probably twice a day, just to get the my refiners moving. What should be happening, I got to check my talents in a minute and see how my talents are coming, because I do know I had the recharge rate. It was like 4 days to get that talent done. That one should be coming up pretty soon. That'll help with the recharge rate. I need to really get it down to 3 days. That extra day is huge. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 hours, I think. I'm sorry, not 3 days, 3 hours. Because it's right now it's every 4, I think. Hold on, let me see. Let's go here. And it's generated every 4 hours. Yeah, we need to get it down to 3. Because it makes a difference. And because it said every 4 hours now, that means that talent is done. Let me see what talent is working on now. Calibration charge optimization. Oh no. Okay, it's still 42 hours. Negative 21 minutes on calibration charge, so that's good. That's going to go down to 3 hours and what, 29 minutes? 39 minutes. Yeah. So, and then improved calibration charge. This one is 5 days. That's going to do another 9 minutes. Take it off. And this one would be calibration gain. Okay, I think these are the last two then, to reduce the amount of time it takes to charge up the mining charges, because like right now I only have 9 left. This one's running at 100% though, so we're good. Let's go down here. And grab these. Come on. There we go. Oh crap. Alright, so we're gonna come over here and grab these. And as soon as I'm really looking forward to being able to concentrate on building out my base, but I can't do that yet because I need to get all my miners set up. And my money. I want to get a couple million, probably 4 or 5 million, so that I can make sure that my properties are taken care of first before I start spending the resources to build out that base, because it's iron intensive. Because I went with a painted black iron, that made it really, really, really expensive with the iron. And it seems like iron is, I don't get as much iron. That's what it seems like anyway. Alright, there we go. Let's drop out of here. Okay, so at this point, what I'm going to do is I'll come back once I'm going to get 3 more miners made, 3 more large miners. And during that time, I'll let the existing miners go ahead and finish mining, so we can. Oh, who are they? Hey, what up, bro? That's awesome. I'll let these. I gotta deposit the ores, because typically I'll make this my primary container when I go mining, when I go pick up the ores, but I didn't do it that time, because I needed to have access to my inventory to grab the existing miner that I needed. So that's all good. Yep, good. So now all of these should be running now. Yep, perfect. I love that. I love automation. I really do, because this is going to throw to here, and then these are going to start running, and everything's going to start running, and before you know it, those up there will be making large miners. And then again, this is just temporary making the miners, because these normally would be making my containers that I then turn around and sell. So, but I need to get those miners done, get these made. So that's what these are making right now. I only have 1 more. I have enough of everything else to make. I need 1, 2, I need 3 more. 6, so I need 600 basic fixations. These I have automated. These I have automated, but not these. So I need to make one. I need to make these basic ore scanner large. So I'll get that done, and I'll come back once I have the other miners and I'm ready to place those. Hopefully it's daylight and it's not nighttime, because that's what ends up happening. I'll jump into the game with things to do, and it's dark, so I don't record, because to me it's just not good gameplay, because it's kind of hard to see. So I like to do it during the day, as you guys know. So anyway, I'll come back, and we're going to continue making progress, and then start on our second level, because again, this is supposed to be for the containers, the medium and the larges, and then the next line up I'm going to, or maybe I'll put it over here. Yeah, I'll finish putting the floor in, and then I'll start over here for my line that will create the large auto miners. So I'll be selling the medium and large containers, and also the large auto miners. I'll get those going over here, and then we'll see how that does. We'll let that ride for a while and see how we do monetarily, and if it can get us to the point where I can then buy that $15 million ship that's at the UEF store. That would allow me to then go to different planets, because that's going to be ideal. I want to be able to go to a different planet and start getting the higher tier ores once I have the money. Because once I have the money and I can get the ship and then get the higher tier ores, I'll have another line. I'll go, the second floor over here will be large advanced miners, the advanced miners that are able to mine the tier 2 and tier 3 ores. That would make sense. Maybe I'll have all the lines for basic, uncommon, advanced, and then rare all over here. Maybe I'll do something like that. All right. I'll be back, guys. Hey guys, just wanted to give you guys an update. So I've been stacking up on some of the equipment that I'm going to need for the next line, which I'm not even worried about right now because I'm concentrating on getting more containers built faster. And I'm basically building out large containers now because the large containers seem to sell faster than the other containers. I have not comprised a cost analysis, if you will, to see how much is it actually costing me to make these large containers or the medium containers compared to just collecting the ores and selling the ores. Because, man, I remember I was making quite a bit of money in the beta because I wasn't assembling anything, you know, and selling it. I was just basically collecting the ore, and I was making a killing on my ore. That's it, the ore alone. With the ship that I had at the time, I think it had one large container. And just taking one large container to the market, I was making over $1 million per trip. And it wasn't taking very long to fill up that container. These large containers, it wasn't taking very long to fill up the container in the ship to then turn around and take it to the market to sell it, right? And that was $1 million to sell. These containers, I mean, it takes, how long does that take? 3 hours to make one container. So eventually I'm definitely going to do a cost analysis as far as how long it takes to make those containers, what's all involved, how much ore is involved in creating each one of the parts and how long. Compare that to just having a bunch of different territories and getting large miners on all territories and how much money you can collect by just selling to the bots at the market. So, but regardless, I still want to manufacture parts because, again, you know, this entire verse is ran by us. So if everybody decided just to sell the ore to the market, then, you know, what's the purpose? So I'm definitely going to have my assembly lines. It's just for the time being to make money, to pay for the territories. I'm just trying to get a balance. Right now I have 1.7 million. And let's go to territories. I'll tell you, I'm doing really well. My territories, I still have 32 hours before I have to put 1.5 million. And I already have that money. And I'll definitely have another container to sell. These containers sell within like an hour of me putting them on the market. These containers here. In 83 minutes, I'll have another one to put on the market. They sell for 200 and... hold on, let's go back. Let me show you how much money my last one sold for. $298.99. And that was at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I did that right before I went to bed. It was like 2:30 when I put it on the market. So yeah, like within 30 minutes, these sell pretty quick. And you know, the medium containers sell quick as well. Not as quick as the large ones though, because I think it's just less people making them. And maybe they've already completed their cost analysis, and to them maybe the mediums make more sense because you can make them a lot faster. And the reason is it has less time to manufacture and it uses less components. So I want to have probably 3 machines, 3 larges, maintaining 5 large containers, and I'm going to run 3 more large machines maintaining 5 medium containers, and just, you know, daily take those and take them to the market and sell them. But now what the problem I'm running into, this line right here is like 90% heavy on iron. Look at my materials here. I have kiloliters of silicon, kiloliters of carbon, 8,000 liters of aluminum, but I only have 855 liters of iron. Iron disappears quick. So what I'm going to have to do is go around a lot of my territory and just collect the hematite, which is the iron, so that I can get an abundance of that quickly so that we can have these machines running. And also what I'm going to have to do, I probably have to put 2 levels in here Maybe I can make it fit. I don't know. I'll have to see, because there is more space on this side over here. But I have to have more of these running. Basic hydraulics is what we're waiting on. Right now I have, I think, 3. I think this one, and this one. Yes, those 3 are running basic hydraulics. Throwing it in here, and then from here is being pulled into these 2 machines. This machine is just sitting idle waiting for the basic hydraulics containers. Yeah, so we still need 20 more, right? Or what's that, 13? So this is the bottleneck right now. Just running 3 of these machines. I made some more. I have 3 more machines right here running. I mean, ready to run. And the beautiful thing, what I like about this, is that it doesn't require schematics. I made the mistake of forgetting that these here that create the steel product, which is used here to create those basic hydraulics, these use schematics. I completely forgot about that. So that was a bottleneck. I had to actually make some schematics, and that takes forever to run. So it's a balancing act, man. To successfully run multiple lines, you have to like freaking have a spreadsheet of what machines need schematics. You need to stay on top of the schematics. You have to make sure that you have the minimums set to maintain in each container, so that you don't run out of product. And it's involved, and it's fun. I love that kind of stuff. I was a project manager in real life for Ford, Chrysler, GM, and Tower Automotive. I had 22 plants, and that's kind of what I had to do. It's like min maxes and maintain inventory, make sure there were no outages, make sure the plant didn't go down, and then do cost saving analysis. So this is kind of right up my wheelhouse for that point. I'm an IT guy now. That's what my true love was, but that's what I was doing for 9.5 years. So this is kind of, min max balances and make sure everything's all accounted for, especially the schematics. That kind of throws a monkey wrench in everything, but you have to account for that. And I completely forgot about these right here. So they were just sitting there waiting. That's why this machine is sitting here, because these weren't running, because those 2 weren't running, because I forgot about the schematics. So right now, next on the agenda, what I'm getting ready to do is run around and collect all the hematite from the surface, at least probably on 2 to 3 tiles. Fill this up. I have this linked, because as you can see, hematite is only 1,000 liters here, and this is running to produce to get iron into the container. There's only 770 there, and I needed to at least keep 1,000 in this container, and these 2 are pulling the iron at a rate of 100 liters 100 liters per 3 minutes. And this now, okay, so it takes 3 minutes to produce 300 liters. Okay, and I think this is a 3 minute also, 3 minutes for 75 liters. So I mean, 151. I could actually run 4 of these to pull 300 liters a minute from this machine, and I'll still have some left over. So I can run 4 of these machines to almost max out what this one machine can produce as far as the iron is concerned. So that's the kind of calculations that have to be put in place to make sure this is optimally being ran. So that's it for now. I have yet to do anything over here. I haven't finished the floor or anything like that, because this iron, which creates this flooring, is in such heavy use over here on this line in order to produce the money to pay for the territories and to continue to move forward with other machines to make more money, if you will. So it's kind of establishing the industry and what I'm going to make to get that balance of money and materials. Right now I'll show you, I have what, 6? I have 6 territories. I think I need to go ahead and buy like 4 more, especially before I get hemmed in here, because now since I added these two, I think this one and this one are new. That's owned by TIAN. Is that the same? Yeah, this is inactive. That's yeah, these are all new people that yeah. So anyway, but I could always go this way. I could always go this way and add over, so that's awesome. But I think I want to grab I don't know, maybe I will go this way, who knows. If I get these three, then this one will have the adjacency benefit, this one will have the adjacency benefit, this one will have the adjacency benefit. But if I go here, it's only hitting on one. If I hit here, then it's these two. If I go here, then it's these two. If I go here, it's only one. So maybe here and here. And then if it's still open, I can go here, and then it'll hit three. And then this one will hit these once those are purchased. So we'll see. I don't know. I know it took a while for me to produce those territory units. And what I don't want to do is fall back down that rabbit hole of reconfiguring all this just to produce 3 territory units. If anything, I would put up a completely different line over here that produces territory units. That's what I would do there, because I want to get to a point where this is finalized and I don't touch it. It makes containers and containers only, and I don't touch this anymore. Then I move to the next line. That's what I want to do. What I was doing at first, which was a cluster, it was like every time I needed something, I would completely change out what all these machines were making in order to make that one objective. So if I needed a large container, I would change everything just to make that one large container. And then if I needed a territory unit, I would change all the machines again, change out the schematic. It was a hot mess. So it's like taking the time to finalize what the plan is and leave the machines alone, and then make new machines to make the next product that I need. The only issue with that is, guys, it's just how long this is taking, because now all of a sudden it's taking me 3 days to make one episode. So I don't really know if I'll be able to continue throwing out 3 videos a week, and it's taking me so long in between videos. I mean, yeah, in between episodes, just because how long this is taking. But once I have everything up and running, as far as the balance of producing products and selling on the market to make the money to pay for my territories and to continue adding to the base, because I have so much to do for this base. I mean, this is going to take huge amounts of iron. So that's another reason why I really need to add more properties, because I need to show you guys that I have everything maxed out now with the miners. Every single territory, all 6 territories now have 3 large miners and the 1 small miner for the quartz, because the quartz is of course only like 32 liters an hour on all these tiles. Okay, so, but I'll show you that. I'll show you that when I go around and start collecting these ores. Okay, so again, just to recap, this is going to be my finalized line that's going to produce my large containers. I think, like I said, I'm going to put 2 more large assembly lines here, and I'm going to have 2 producing medium containers, 2 producing large containers, throwing them into a large container at the end of the line. To do that, I'm probably going to have to double up these metalworks. I'm going to have to put more medium containers in place. I'm going to have to go up and above, because I don't know if I'll be able to fit it all going horizontally here. I think I'm going to have to go vertical a little bit. Another issue that I'm running into is maxing out the connections of these containers. So it looks like I'm going to have to start splitting the containers. Maybe this container only has these 2 going in and going out to only a few. I don't know. I have to put a system to that. But I ran into that a couple of times. Right in here was the connection, because this container here was receiving from all four and then going out to these machines and up here, and I ran into a connection issue. So that's why you see this little small one here. And then I needed this. Is it a chemical? Yeah, the chemical. What is it producing? Oh yeah, here, the polycarbonate. And this is pulling from I think it's pulling from, yeah, it's pulling from here, and it's being thrown into here. So yeah, I'm just running into connection issues. So one of the other products that I'm definitely going to have to produce is the transfer. This unit here, I'm definitely going to have to put a line together to produce these, because I see myself using a lot of these, because from what I understand, you can have 10-15 different lines going into one of these transfer units, but you can only have one going out, which would be awesome. Because like right now, let's say I needed to have, like I was telling you, I need to have 4 of these machines to max out one of these refineries, right? So I could have all 4 of these machines. Let's say I put 2 more in place. I can have all 4 throwing their products into one transfer unit, and then having that transfer unit throw all of them. It can maintain 1,000 into this container. So that means there's only one connection coming into the container, but all 4 of these what are these smelters, all 4 of the smelters are connected to that transfer unit, if that makes sense. I think that's how that works. Yeah, I think that's how that works. Let's see. Industry units are used to craft. Transfer units are used to transfer a specific item from one container to another. Oh, so it has to be containers. Oh, okay. So, which is fine. I could have a small container here where all 4 of these smelters are throwing their ores into a small container, which then the transfer unit transfers that product to the main container used to distribute to all these machines up here, instead of having 4 smelters going into this particular container, which then limits the connectivity of all the other containers that can go in here, if that makes sense. Because this is the issue I was running into, was the connection issues. So I'm definitely gonna have to use the transfers, probably more containers, because I can't have one container, like have 4 smelters link into one container as output, and then have that container throwing their material to another container automatically. That doesn't work like that. You have to have that transfer unit. So, okay. I think I explained that correctly for you guys. Exactly what my plans are anyway. I need to put a line together for territory units. I need to put a line together for transfer units. And I already have the line in place for, oh, it started. Awesome. So that's 2 large, isn't that awesome? That's 2 large containers that'll be done in, this one is 3 hours, and this one is 67 minutes. And that's it. That's $500,000 I'm going to make. Isn't that awesome? That's good stuff. Good stuff. Now, but again, at cost analysis, I don't know how long it takes to get the ore, refine it, make the product, dump it, grab it, make more product, dump it here, and then pull it here to make $230,000 for a container. I'm definitely gonna have to do that cost analysis. So anyway, I think, yeah, that's it. That's it for now. We have large containers. We're gonna have medium containers. Then we need to have large auto miners, territory units, and transfer units. Those are what's on the agenda for manufacturing. And then what I want to do is manufacture all the luminescent materials. But before I even venture down that rabbit hole, we need to get this base finished. All the other assembly lines I just mentioned, we need to get those finished. And we need to buy that $15 million ship at the UEF store to be able to go from this planet to the next whatever planet we need to get to in order to get the product, the ores that we need. Let's do system. I keep hearing people talk about Mattis. I don't know what's so special about this place. Hematite, coal, quartz, bauxite, oh, that's why. These are both items that I need in order to move forward with the luminescent, the pyrite and the chromite. I think that was part of it. It's like there was like a burner or something. There's some type of product that needed the pyrite and the chromite. So yeah, okay, I get it. I see why people are going there. But in order to, before I go there, something that I learned with the beta is the UEF ship that I purchase. I'm also going to need territory scanners, because while I was willing to just buy the tiles here on Alioth, because I mean, heck, it's not that much of a variation between the tiles on Alioth, right? Going out to these other planets, it's a huge difference between what one tile can give you and another tile can give you, from what I understand, the research that I've done. So this territory scanner right here, I'm going to need 3 of these that I then will take with me inside that ship and have enough material to put up a temporary, structure on top of that ship that allows me to park the ship, maneuver the ship directly in between. I'll show you. Basically, like, the ideal location is to get the ship right here and have a structure pushing one territory unit scanner over here, one territory unit scanner over there, and one territory unit scanner over here, all from the ship. So basically, like building a let me see, let me show you. No, if I go to, I'm in build a voxel unit, and it'll, like, let's just say this is the top of the ship. Hold on, I'm in the wrong. Hey, I just sold something. Looks like I have 1.8 million now. Something just sold. All right, let me get out of here and set. Okay, so I don't have to go over there. I can go right here. Go here, go there, and let's just do this. So let's just say this is the top. There, the top of the ship. So I do this, come up like that, right? And then I'll go over, oops, something like that. That'll go into one territory. Something like this. That piece would go into another piece, another territory, and then something like 1, 2. This. And so then the territory scanners, let's say you built like a little platform like this, and you would put one of the territory scanners here, that same platform would be like there, and over here you put a territory scanner here, territory scanner there. And remember, the ship, pretend again this is the top of the ship, this centerpiece right here would be right in the middle, right there, right on that spot. And each one of those little lines I just drew would go into the 3 different territories, and you can scan them all at one time and figure out which one you want to purchase, because it gives you the greatest amount of awesome ore that you're looking for. So if that makes sense. And I do know I could have put backspace or delete, and it would have deleted all the stuff I just put down. But I just like hitting number 7 and deleting. So that's just me, my own preference. All right, sun's getting ready to go down. I'll wait for it to come back up, and then what I would do is probably do a time lapse and show you guys what's all involved in going around and collecting ore manually from all these different tiles, because I really, really need to take the time to get a surplus of iron, because that is right now, that is the bottleneck. This hematite, see, is gone. Everything else sits here. And I learned to do this too, to set these refiners to 1,000 instead of infinite, because now this ore here, like this 17 kiloliters, this sells for nothing. This pure silicon, it sells for garbage at the market. It's the craziest thing. Pure silicon. Look at this. This is crazy. That's less than half of what the ore cost. I mean, what it will sell for. So my point is, had I already set this to 1,000 to maintain, instead of having 17 kiloliters right here, there would only be 1,000. 1,000 liters of pure silicon, and the rest of that that ore would be sitting here, and I could grab a couple kiloliters of it and go and sell it at the market for $25 per, instead of 10 or 12 per pure silicon. So it's really important that you minimize what these are going to take from your ore pile if you plan to sell some of your ore when you need it. Because if you have a surplus of ore, then you don't want to turn it into this pure silicon stuff and it's just going to sit here and you can't use it, right? Because this is just sitting. Because this line is so iron intensive. This could sit here forever. So I could, now that I've changed this to 1,000, I've only completed one collection from all my tiles since turning these on to maintain 1,000 liters in this container. I've only completed one collection, and with that one collection I already have 11 kiloliters of coal, right? And bauxite's at 8,000 liters. Bauxite is the lightest of the ores, which would allow me to put the most in my ship to then go and sell at the market. So that's very important. Anyway, so that's it for now, guys. I'll come back and do a time lapse of me going around collecting all my ores. I'm not doing all the ores. I'm specifically targeting hematite. I don't know if it's necessary for me to wait for the sun to come up to do that one. Just because I can see better at night, to be honest with you, with the ores. When you have your harvest tool out, they kind of glow. They glow obviously like this. But when it's nighttime, you can see them so much better. You can see them all over the place. So I might do it at night and just do a time lapse. So throw some nice little music on for you guys. That way you guys can see that part. And then that'll be the end of this episode, because it's so much more to do in it, but it's time intensive. So I'll do that. That'll end this episode. Next episode will hopefully show me completing at least the runway. I really want to get this completed, but my goodness, this is going to take tons of iron. And from my analytical brain, I'm sitting here thinking the amount of iron it's going to take me to complete this runway is probably 4 or 5 containers. 1.5 million in sales in order for me to complete this runway. So that's why I'm kind of waiting for a surplus of cash and a surplus of containers before using the iron to complete that runway. I definitely have to have this runway completed before I go buy that $15 million ship. So I'm thinking that ship is a ways away, and then going to another planet is a ways away because of everything else that I have to get done. All right, guys, it is time to go ahead and start collecting some ores. It is later in the day for me. Again, it's October 11th, and it's almost 7 p.m. here. And, well, actually, it's not. It's only 6:20. 6:20 p.m. where I am, and the sun is coming up in the game, so we got lucky there. And as you can see, nothing's running because, of course, we are out of iron. We have plenty of everything else, but we're out of iron. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and throw on some music for you guys, and I'm going to go from here straight over to the newest territories and collect those ores, but on the way I'm going to collect, let me make sure I make this my, yep, it is. Make sure I make that my main container. Okay. On my way over there, I'm going to collect as much hematite as I see. That's the only thing that we're hurting for. Everything else, I don't really need to collect it solely because of the, what was, oh, that's a bird. It's only because of the fact that we have so much of everything else. Okay. Also, the 2 containers that were being made, I just got back from putting those at the market. It was dark when I did that, so I didn't bother to record it. Nothing, it was uneventful. I did my whole ghetto rig of putting a small container on the front of that ship, small container there, and I was able to put both large containers inside that small container. And basically, I just hover above the ground. That's it, because I can't fly. It's too heavy for that ship, and I haven't bothered to upgrade it because, again, I've learned exactly how to fly that ship with it being overloaded, so it's uneventful. No worries. All right, I'm gonna throw some music on, and it's time to go mining, and we'll see, looking at the inventory, how much hematite we can get. Actually, we won't know, because as soon as we get enough, the refiners are going to suck it in and turn it into iron, and the entire assembly line will start again. So it's no telling how much we end up getting, but anyway, I'll let you guys see exactly what's involved here. For those of you who may not have seen this before, as far as collecting the ores on the ground and going over to the containers, which are being filled by the auto miners, I'll go ahead and throw that into the video too. So, all right, let's go. All right, guys, so that took about 45 minutes to go around and do a little bit of mining. I did stop at pretty much every tile on the way around to each individual mining outpost, and I have some, I mean, this is the most hematite I've had since I've come to Alioth, and that was awesome. So, ooh, Look what happened. Oh, that's awesome. I have 2.3 million. So that means, did both of them sell? Let's see. Oh, look at that. I told you, it sell within an hour. I just put, so about 45 minutes ago, I put these on and they already sold. And so what I'm trying to do is get to the point where I have enough hematite here, because that's what it's so dependent upon, so that these are always running. Right? Why aren't these running? Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's amazing. I love this. I love this maintain function. This is awesome. Because to have to bounce between make and run would be oh man, that would be so inconvenient. I don't really know if I would have wanted to make such huge lines. But that maintain function is amazing. That makes it really, really easy to set up your lines. So again, back to what I was saying originally earlier in this episode, I'm definitely going to have to activate these 3 metalworks to expedite how fast these are being made. These basic hydraulics are the bottleneck right now. In order to do that, I'm going to have to because I don't have the transfer units yet, so I'm gonna have to come up with some type of plan of action. So I'll do that off camera, because it's going to be a lot of testing and moving, and I'll come back probably next episode. I should have it set up with a functional setup where we can have 6 of these metalworks running, making those basic hydraulics and dumping them into this container. Let's see how many. Oops. Yeah, those are. Oh, I don't need any of this. What are these set up for? Oh yeah, that's all right. Let's remove these. Remove that. Remove this, because we don't need any of these. Okay, do I have another one in here? No. Okay. I might have to move this over here as well. Man, I wish putting up a hub would give us like double or triple the amount of connection points. So anyway, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 going in, and it's going out twice. So I really don't know how many more connections. See how this is coming in, but it's not going out. Let's see if I can connect this to this. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so yeah, that was able to connect. Remove. So let's see, what is this making? Ah, the basic reinforced frames medium, which I'm no longer doing. I'm not making the medium containers right now, so there's no need to have that connected, but I will be making them. Yeah, these frames, I have it set at maintain 5, so those are necessary. These 3 are the basic hydraulics. This one is the basic pipes. That's to maintain 1,000. We have 890. That's awesome. And this one is for basic pipes as well. Perfect. So anyway, that's it for this episode, guys. Next episode, what we're going to do, I'm going to tackle setting up this line so that we can double the metalwork machines, so that we can double the amount of basic hydraulics that's made per 3 minutes. Because right now there's 9 being made every 3 minutes, and we need at least, yeah, we need to double that, and see how that goes. We need to be able to have it where when these machines are done making one container, there's enough there's at least 500 of these sitting in here. Or if I have 2 different ones, if I have 3 metalworks pulling and pushing into this one, and then another 3 metalworks pulling and pushing into that other medium Well, probably have to go with a small container because it won't be needed. A medium won't be needed for just one item. But this is when that transfer unit would be perfect, because I could have all 3 of these plus all 3 of the other metalworks all going into one container and using the transfer unit to push it over to this container. So that'll only be one connection coming into this container. But it'll be, 6 connections going into the other container and just using the one out of the transfer unit. So maybe, how much are those? Transfer units. Ouch. It's a lot of money, bro. And I know they're pretty intense to make. Oops. Transfer. No, not at all. Not at all. I think I have, heck, I have all these. I have this, and I have this. The only thing I need to make is this here. Oh yeah, I'm all over this. I'm getting ready to make those, right? I'm getting ready to make probably 2 or 3 of these. Assembly line large. Oh crap. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, you know what I need to do? I need to make more assembly lines. That's what I need to do. I need to make more assembly line larges. Oh yeah, I have all this. I definitely have this. Basic power systems. I had a few hundred of those. Let's see. No. Oh, no. I think I had it being thrown. Okay, let's make this my default container like normal. Oops, get out of that. Set as linked container. Let's go in here, do that, do this. And basic power. Oops. Oh yeah, there we go. 228 of those joints. And how many do we need? For just one large? Oh yeah! That's almost, we almost have enough for 2. That's awesome. And basic screws, 216. How many basic screws do we have? Ouch. Okay, we need to make more of those. So we need to make... I'm going to go ahead and put my nano pack to work. The basic screws. Let's make 200. Oh, that's good. Look at this. Look what just got started. That's another $200,000 being made right there, big bro. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so what do I need? Assembly. So I need to make 2 more assembly lines. Actually, 1, 2, that's medium. So we want to do 2 larges and 2 mediums. So that'll be 2 more assembly lines just for the containers. And then I need to make another assembly line just for these transfer units. Only one large assembler for this transfer unit. And this can be pulled. Basic standard frame. I think these are not standard frames, are they? No, it's basic reinforced frame. So I don't have a standard. But those are easier to make than the reinforced though. So that's awesome. Okay. Alright. Do this. Go back here. Assembly. Basic assembly line large. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so we need to make 330. So let's do 35. Oops, 35 of these bad boys. There we go. Okay, we need 350 liters of steel product, which we can get from here. Let's bring that over here. Boom, barber. Okay. And where are you making steel? You better be making some steel. All right, there you go. Get to work. Pathetic loser, man. All right. So this is being why isn't it being made? I didn't put enough. There. All right, so those can be getting made now. What the? Where's my? Oh. All right. Yeah, you better be getting made, bro. What's wrong with this? Okay, so those are getting made. And we need, let's do 30 basic power systems. 30 of those. We need, let's do 40 AI and 120 basic containers. I said basic connectors. Okay, I didn't. Yeah, basic connectors. So 120. All right. Let's do 125. There we go. 125. And AE. Where is that back here? Oh yeah, there we go. Let's do 50 of those. All right. And we have that in place. Oh, wait a minute. Make sure I didn't throw that into mine. Oh, I did. There. Okay. Okay, perfect. Those are done. And we need another one of these, which is metalwork medium. Okay, that's fine. We need another 350. We need two, so we just need one of these. We already have this. Okay, let's just do another 200 screws. All right, there. We have steel product. We'll let that get made. Okay, and we already have this, but we need another one. Okay, I'll let this stuff get made. That's 81 minutes. And then I'll do that off camera, no worries. But all right, we have that running, and this is waiting for, yeah, see, this is the problem. Exactly what I'm talking about. And how we doing over here with hematite? Perfect. Okay, and this maintained 1,000. There's 760 for the iron. Awesome. All right, guys. I'll leave the episode there. We did some mining. We did some manufacturing. We need to create the transfer unit. I need to build another large assembler. I actually need to build 2 more large assemblers. And I don't really know if I'm going to make a dedicated assembly line just for transfer units, because it's really simple just to go ahead and just grab one of these existing large mine assemblers and just make 2 or 3 assembler transfer units, and then I don't know if I ever have to use it again. Maybe. Or if it gets to the point where I need, a dozen of those transfer units, maybe I will set up an assembly line, to maintain 5 in stock or something, and then sell them at the market at $200,000 a pop. That may be well worth it. So, all right, guys, be positive, stay positive, think positive, put that into the universe. It's your boy Deck Case putting in that work. Until next episode, guys, I'm out.